Hey, hey, thought I'd tell you all a little story. Um, about 13, 14 years ago, I was dating a woman by the name of Charity, and we'd been together about three and a half years. And I went and opened up my office at the mall, had a sales office, got everything going. When I left to go open the office, she's got two laundry baskets and getting ready to go down, throw the clothes in the wash. We lived in an apartment building, and uh, anyhow, she apparently she didn't do the laundry. So I come back home about an hour later, and I'd never in 3.5 years done that. And I literally find her and this old sloppy fat dude laying in my bed sleeping. Both of them all spooned up, sleeping like dead ass asleep. And needless to say, of course, you know, I lost my composure and I did things that I'm not happy about, but were much needed considering the circumstances. Um, the very next day, I get served with a restraining order from Volusia County Sheriff's Department. 7 days later, I go into court. The judge hears my side, hears her side, you know, seen the evidence that I brought in with me, and he advised me not to fool with her again. Expressed his thoughts on how toxic it was, because she was trying to convince the judge we were never in a relationship, just friends. She said, although we had lived together for 2 years and um, both names on the lease, all that kind of crap. But anyhow, he told us he doesn't give nice guy restraining orders, and he was kind enough to put her in an alcohol assessment program or whatever it's called, because she was an active alcoholic. And I had asked him to do that since she wasted the court's time and my time. I thought that was a much needed thing that might help her out. Fast forward 6 months later, um, I get a call randomly out of the blue one evening, um, and she was crying, freaking out. So nice guy me, I go over there, and she was beat to hell. Um, both eyes were black, her nose was busted, her cheek was split, her lips were busted, top and bottom, and she just wanted to get out of there. So I asked her where she wanted to go. She wanted to go to the bar. Let's just go hang out for a little while. Okay. So we go to the bar, and apparently you know since the moment I left and she brought him in, she's been getting the hell beat out of her the whole time. While we're sitting there talking at the bar, there's a place called Ages Lounge in Daytona Beach. In walks this beautiful young chick, probably mid 20s at most. Um, and she come up so confident, so basically like a boss, just like super super, like, kind of took me by surprise because I had never seen anybody quite move like she did. And she tells me, she goes, I can see you're here with someone right now. She goes, this is my number. She goes, if you want to give me a call sometime when you're not with someone, she goes, feel free. Strange part is, this chick is on YouTube. She's in the spiritual community. Um, Maybe if she sees this, she'll remember. But that kind of changed my life that night. And instead of getting back in a toxic loop where I probably would have slept with her and got back in doing dumb stuff, um, that kind of smartened me up a little bit. And I don't know exactly what she was looking for. I told her I would help her get out of the situation, but I gave her the option. I said, if you want my help, you have to be the one to call the cops, put in a report, and do it the right way, because I can go beat the hell out of him, but that's not gonna fix your problem. It's gonna get me into problems. Of course, she declined. She didn't want to file charges on him. A few years later, I heard they got married, yada yada, and she's still getting the hell beat out of her. Um, I don't know why that was so important to put out there, but my I felt it heavy on my heart to give this as kind of an opener. Um, Maybe even a little bit of insight into a situation that's currently going on in my life. Um, and actions and outcomes, they're all choices. You have a choice to do things, you have a choice not to. Some of us make choices, you know, we think are good at the time and realize later on they're not. And some choices you can't go back from. And that's just what it is. So, it's what it is. Just thought I'd share a little bit. And yeah, I think this is the start of a new little channel telling my story. And I got a business idea coming up here very shortly. Just making sure that the trash is taken out and everything's cleaned up first. But appreciate y'all. Hope it might help somebody.